Good morning, folks. Today I'm going to cook something that is very native Filipino. It's not real common, but there are a lot of native Filipinos who know this dish. A lot of our food in the Philippines is influenced by the Spaniards who took over. So we have a lot of things that we also have like paella, we have menudo, apretada, things like that was more Spaniard. But now this is like really native Filipino dish. I learned this from my grandmother's sister, my other grandmother. You know, the Philippines, they always go by the degree of blood. So if my grandmother has siblings, all their siblings are also my grandmother, my grandfather. There's no great aunt, great uncle over there. So you usually have a ton of grandmothers and grandfathers. And I've learned a few dishes from my grandmothers. This is one of them. It's very simple. The catch here is if you're able to get the okra leaves, this we call saluyot. Okay, it is a leaf, and you buy it in a bundle. I think this was like $2 a bundle or something like that. $2.10 for a bundle. The bundle is about this much. The plant is about this high, and you just take off the leaves, and they're called okra leaves. In English, they call them okra leaves. And why? Because when you cook it, it turns slimy like okra. So you just harvest it off all the stems, wash it. I still have to wash this. I didn't want to wash it until I showed you what it looks like. And some of them have holes in it. I think it must be a certain insect that is attracted to it. You see the holes? It's very common that you get okra leaves with holes in it. But anyways, we have that. Then we have bamboo shoots. I was meaning to buy the bamboo shoots that are cut thin, more like julienne cut, but I ended up getting the flat one, but we're going to be chewing that anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Then I have some leftover fried fish. My grandmother uses leftover grilled fish, but I figured what I have is leftover fried fish from the other day. I have 2 thumbs of ginger. I have half of an onion and a bottle of bagoong. Remember the bagoong I talk about? It's the anchovy sauce. This is more of a sauce. The Spaniards usually use the anchovy fillet. In America, you can buy anchovies in a tube, like paste. In the Philippines, it's real soupy and salty. Okay, so here we go. How did this get in there? I'm boiling water. I'm going to prep this, and then I'll get right back to you. So this is how we're going to do it. As you see, the fish steaks are now in chunks. I took out the big bones. I opened my bamboo shoots, and I rinsed them really good. Very good. There's a distinct smell to it that is not so pleasant, but it won't taste like that. Just rinse it off a couple of times real good, soak it in a little bit of water, then make a final rinse, and then I wash the okra leaves. So now what we're going to do, now that the water is boiling, we're going to drop our ginger, remember, 2 thumbs and half of an onion. We're going to let this boil. Along with this, we're going to get the bagoong, the anchovy sauce. Gosh, I really wish that we had smell-o-vision. It has a very, very bad smell to it, but it tastes totally different. Remember, this is a lot of soup, so I'm putting in about 4 to 5 tablespoons. I think I'll add a little bit more because it's very soupy. There you go. Now, if that does not taste salty enough for you, don't keep on adding too much of this because the taste will be overwhelming. Sorry, my hair is flying in my face. The trade winds are so strong today. It's such a beautiful day here in Hawaii. It's a Sunday, and I'm going to cook, and then we're heading off to church. Okay, so if it's not salty enough for you, then just add a little bit of sea salt. I'm not going to add. I'm going to see how this turns out. And then this is going to start to boil, but you put the fish in here now. All the flavor of the fish is going to go into that soup. You could already imagine how the broth is going to taste. back to you. There you go. It's boiling now. It's been boiling for a while. Probably about 10 minutes. I tasted it. It wasn't salty enough, so I added a teaspoon, probably less than a teaspoon, half of a teaspoon of sea salt. Okay, this is ready now. Now the bamboo shoots, they're already boiled when you get them in a can. So I rinse them off. I'm going to add them on. My grandmother's real meticulous. She cuts the okra leaves up. She cuts the bamboo. She usually uses leftover grilled milkfish. She said that's the best. It is. She is a great cook. This okra leaf is going to turn slimy, and it's a soupy dish, so I'll get right back to you. So it's been boiling for probably about 10 minutes. Take a look. That's how it looks. You have the chunks of fish, you have the okra leaves, and the bamboo shoots. That's done. You eat this with rice. You have your veggies, you have your fiber, your protein.